Hello my friends, my name is Forge and welcome to a brand new video. Doesn't this look amazing to all of you? Well, it should, because this is the new terrain generation that we'll be seeing in the new 1.18 update. Finally, it has arrived on Bedrock Edition and I am absolutely excited for this. For the new terrain generation, this is something that's going to be changing Minecraft forever. Seriously, all the Minecraft that you know today, it's going to be gone. It's going to be bye-bye. And you're no longer going to be seeing the old nasty terrain generation, which I'm absolutely happy about. Because for terrain generation on Bedrock Edition, it has always been just bleh. It has not been very good. I mean, you get some really interesting seeds every once in a while, but it just gets kind of boring. Pretty much not exciting. But after this update, the terrain generation is going to start looking a lot more interesting, like this mountain. Look at this mountain. Within Bedrock Edition today, we will never ever see a mountain biome like this. This looks absolutely insane and just really cool. And also for villages, villages are broken inside this beta. So you see this plains biome village. This shouldn't generate like this. This should be a snow village. But is it? Nope. This is a plains village. It's kind of broken. I'm really hoping they fix that. I found another broken village. What is going on? It feels like we're playing in the beta version of Minecraft from way back in 2011, where all this crazy generation happened. In Bedrock Edition, as I mentioned, we will never ever see something like this. But this looks absolutely crazy. How high does it actually go? 250 blocks. Oh my goodness. I mean, if you were all the way on top of here, we have an absolutely amazing view. Like, I think the old biome generation ended up having the mountains go up to like, I believe it might have been 120. Yeah, it didn't go very high up inside the world. But now they can go very high up, which is absolutely great. But with that being said, there is also a new algorithm in play. So they introduced a new and improved biome and terrain generation algorithm that will create more natural terrain and biome transitions. So if you take a look at the biomes, they're now going to end up having a smoother transition from one biome to the next. And oh, I see vines. I see vines in an azalea tree. So you know what? Let's go and see this lush cave. Because I cannot give up. Because I cannot miss the opportunity of seeing a lush cave. But as I was saying, the terrain generation is going to be a lot smoother now. Which is absolutely great. Because as I mentioned earlier, you would end up loading into a Minecraft world. And in the terrain, it just wouldn't be very good. It would just be very like repetitive. It would be very boring and just not exciting. But now it should be a lot more exciting. But this lush cave definitely is not exciting. This is probably the worst lush cave that I have ever seen. So yeah, it's extremely small. So let's go and get out of here. I also made a big change to rivers. So you see this river? This river is a lot wider. Because in the newest beta of Minecraft Bedrock, within rivers in 1.18, they're going to be a lot wider. They're going to be a lot easier to maneuver through, which I am actually very all for. Whenever it comes to rivers, usually they can be very cramped. They can be very small and very skinny, and it just takes some time to get through those. But no longer we actually have that issue. You can now actually go from one end of the world all the way to the other in pretty much one seamless transition, which I think is absolutely good. But also look at this village. I actually have never seen a village that goes into a forest. Like, seriously, villages. Have they been improved in this beta? Is this a mistake? Like, I'm really hoping that this stays, because part of me really wants to see this inside the game. Does anybody want a forest village? Well, we got those in this beta. Forest villages. Seriously, a forest village? This needs to stay. So I went over to the jungle. I found a dark oak forest that kind of has like the jungle coloration. But also I found an azalea tree right in the middle of the ocean. And there's also vines over there as well. So let's see, is this lush cave any better? Oh, I'm really hoping that this cave is going to be so much better than before. Now this is a lush cave. Alright, before it was a little bit too cramped. There wasn't really much of a lush cave. But we found an even better one, which goes to a cramped ravine. Not very great. It's cramping my style. I found the world's smallest mesa biome. Now this is actually a big lush cave. So they introduced new large ore veins to world generation, adding more strategy to mining. So when you're mining under the ground, you're going to be finding a lot more bigger veins of ores, Like if you're mining iron, you'll find a lot more iron around the areas. Or you'll find a lot more redstone, a lot more lapis, and so on and so forth. With the introduction of ore veins, I think that this is going to make mining a lot easier. I think it's going to make mining a lot better. And they're obviously going to do more tweaking as time goes on, because this is not final. In 1.18, the ore distribution is going to be completely different. So the lower down you go inside the world, the more diamonds that you'll find. Higher up you go inside your world, the more emeralds that you'll find if you're in an extreme hills. So literally, new strategy to mining, which is going to make things so much better. And look at that, we found diamonds. How many diamonds? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 diamonds. We found 6 diamonds. Not bad at all. They also introduced Noodle Caves to World Generation, creating small pathways between larger caves. So it's basically the in-between section of 2 large caves. My question is, when is Mojang gonna fix the stone problem? The stone should not be stone. It should be deep slate. Seriously, Mojang, fix that. And we also just found the mine shafts as well. Our final change for caves is the possibility of dry cave entrances to make it easier to access the new noise caves. So basically, when you're on the surface, they're going to make it easier for you to find cave entrances. Let's take a look at this island I found. I found an island that has savanna, it has mesa, extreme hills, desert, and even jungle. Oh, okay, now this is a very interesting looking island. They also made a change to spawn positions, so when you're spawning inside your world, it's going to be a lot closer to 0, now. So you're not going to be spawning like 4,000 blocks away where you're meant to, or like 2,000 blocks away. You're now going to spawn where you need to, which is going to be closer to the middle of the world. They also added logic to save and load subchunks to absolute Y index to support data-driven dimension height ranges. And just like everyone else, I'm just absolutely stumped on that. I don't know what it means. No one knows what it means. So only time will tell what that means. And that's basically it for all the changes that we have in terrain generation within this new beta. But just seeing everything inside this new update, it's going to be absolutely crazy when it is introduced. And I just cannot wait for 1.18, which is Caves and Cliffs Part 2. Is this powdered snow I just found? I do not like what they did to powdered snow. Like, this is meant to be a trap block. You can clearly see that that's powdered snow. It needs to be kind of like regular snow, but it's a little bit harder to actually spot the difference. But down below in the comments, I do want you to tell me what you think of this week's beta. And if you enjoyed today's video, then please do consider leaving a like, subscribe if you're around here, and don't forget to turn on notifications. And for now, I will see you next time. Goodbye.